Alright, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make these really super low carb cream cheese pancakes. There's only a few ingredients in there, and we're going to go through kind of step by step just to show you exactly how we do the pancakes. Basically, you're just going to need eggs, cream cheese, which we have a few packets here that have been opened. So you'll need 1 ounce of cream cheese per 1 egg, and you can make however many you want based on that. And then you're going to need a tablespoon of flax meal for every 1 egg. The flax meal can be used a little bit less proportion depending on how thick you want it and how much fiber you want. A couple other ingredients that we're going to have: Splenda or Sucralose. This is actually the Walmart brand version of that. We're going to use cinnamon and some butter. This is also a pretty neat trick when you're weighing something and you don't want to get your scale messy. You just got to zero it out. Put a Ziploc bag over it so that you can still read it. And then make sure you zero it out again. Okay, so if you can see that, we got 14.3 ounces of cream cheese out of those 3 packets, and that's going to be plenty for myself, Fran, and the girls. So we'll need to put 14 eggs in there. Okay, so that's 14 eggs. Ooh! And then we're just going to put the cream cheese in there as well, and then we'll blend it. One important thing, you have to use a blender. We tried using a hand mixer or like beaters, and even the electric one, it does not make it the right consistency. I don't know why. Use a blender. This is going to be your best friend. Okay, so once the eggs and the cream cheese are mixed together, you're going to end up with kind of a runny batter there, a little bit. And so what we're going to do is start to add the flax meal. Now remember, we want to add about somewhere between about 10 and 15 tablespoons of flax meal. Normally what we do is we just take like a 1/3 cup and pour a couple of scoops right in there. Okay, so this is a little bit funny. After just talking about how you need to use a blender, our power went out. They're working on the lines down the street, and yeah, there's no power right now. Luckily, our flames are still on, so we're just going to keep cooking, and I'm using a hand whisk in order to do this, so it's going to take me a little bit longer than I thought, but I think at this point they'll still be fine. I blended the cream cheese and eggs together really well, so I think it'll be okay. Okay, so you're going to just butter up the pan a little bit. Going to go ahead and just get a nice coating. I usually use a tablespoon or 2 for this entire griddle here. And the only reason is because the first couple of pancakes that you throw down on there might stick to the pan a little bit, but for some reason after the first batch they don't really stick anymore. So another little trick is actually to kind of let this batter sit, because the flax meal needs to get a little bit gloopy. When you let the flax meal sit, it will actually thicken up quite a bit, but you can see how much thicker it is than it was just cream cheese and the eggs. It's like a batter now. So I'm going to try it out here. I'm going to go ahead and pour a few down, and we'll see how it goes.
Can you pour with your other hand?
Mm-hmm. then just like with regular pancakes, they'll start to get little bubbles in them. And when they start to get little bubbles, they'll be firm enough to flip. Then you flip them. I'll show you that in just a second here. Okay, I'm going to show you to flip them. Just going to take it, flip quick, boom. Take it, flip quick, boom. And last one, boom. We have another special pancake pan here. This one just needs to be turned upside down. So generally, in my experience with these pancakes, the first side, when you first pour it, it needs to cook for a little bit longer. After you flip it, you only need to let them cook for about 30 seconds or so. If you have a medium heat, and when you grab them, they'll be perfectly cooked, perfectly fine.